what is Layercode? Layercode is a platform built for developers who are building voice AI applications. And what we do is try to make it really easy. So all you need to worry about is building text agents. And then if you've built a great text agent, with Layercode, it's easy to add voice to that text agent. So all you need to do is worry about text in, text out. We'll handle the rest. Well, how does it work? Okay, so let's say you've got your client. So your client could be the user who's taking a phone. So it could be like in the browser, or they could be on the phone. So that's where your voice call is happening, right? That's dealing with audio, okay? So that audio is going to be sent directly to Layercode. So this is your audio in. That's sent to Layercode, okay? So we've got the Layercode platform. And this is Layercode. If I can spell it right. And in here, we communicate with the text-to-speech models. So we will take that audio that you send us and we will transcribe it with speech-to-text. And then we will send that speech-to-text live to you, to your server. Okay, so here is your server, right? This is where your AI agent is running. So we've got your server, where your AI agent is running. Okay, so Layercode will send you text here. So from your perspective, you don't need to worry about their audio. You just need to pick up text. This is where you come into the equation. And then you will use one of your models. So you might use like OpenAI's models. You could use Anthropic's. You could use frameworks like AI SDK. You could use Mastra, whatever you want. You will generate the next text response to reply to the text message that you received, which was not originally text, but was transcribed by a model like DeepGram. So Layercode sends you text. So then you would send text back to Layercode and you will be like your text reply. Okay, so this is text from that was transcribed. And then you send back a text reply. And by the way, how are these sent? What you do is you tell Layercode a destination to send this text message. So it'll be like a Node.js endpoint, and you'll tell Layercode where to send it. And of course, it has to be on the internet. So if you're developing locally, you'll need to use a tunnel, and we have a tunnel for that, which I'll link in the docs. Okay, so then you send back a text reply to Layercode, and you say, I want, so let's say the message was like, was, hi, how are you? And then this is what the user said. And you might want to say as the agent, hi, I am an agent and I have no feelings. How are you? So you might want to say that back. So you would just send to Layercode. You would generate that back. If your AI agent generated that back, you would send it back as text. And then what does Layercode do here? Well, Layercode uses another model to, we use 11 Labs or Rhyme or Cartesia, and we will generate text to speech. And then we will send that to your user, the person that was having the phone call. So Layercode will then send that back as user audio. So that's audio out. So let's say this was originally said, hi, how are you? Was like as a message, as speech, your person said, hi, how are you? And that audio was transcribed to hi, how are you? And it was sent as text to your server where you received it, and you were like, put that into an LLM with a prompt and get a response. And the response in this case generated by the LLM was, hi, I am an agent and I have no feelings. How are you? And then that is converted into speech by a model like 11 Labs. And we will say it. I'm going to make this one a bit smaller so it fits in. I'm going to put speech marks to show it's said, not just text. And it's said back to the user. So from the user's perspective, they talk and they hear a response. They talk and they hear a response. Okay, so what about like OpenAI? Just to make it very, very clear, the kind of things that you will choose are like your LLM providers. So e.g., OpenAI or Anthropic or Google. You make great ones, but you could use anything. You could use Mistral, whatever you want. And that has nothing, in a way, that has nothing to do with Layercode, except that lots of our users will be doing it. But Layercode has nothing to do with the intelligence of what you reply. You will worry that. That's where you are doing great things. We get out of your way there. You can do whatever you want. Layercode is purely a platform to help you build the annoying parts of building voice agents. We don't get involved in the intelligence. We try to help you, try to create good examples. I've spent so long building all of that tech stuff. It's really hard. And some people are building some incredible things, but Layercode does not do that part. We just do the bit that's helps you go from a user speaking to transcribe it, to give you that back, to worry about whose turn it is, all that sort of stuff. You just receive a text message and then you send it back. And by the way, how do you send back your text reply? I didn't cover that. So we make it very easy. We have an SDK for Node.js. You would just be sending server sent events, but you don't need to even worry about it. It's just a nice little method on a object that you can call. And I'll link to this in the docs.